Slide over a little. Oh, wait, can you get out for a minute? I'm trying to see if the Christmas tree is in there.
Yes. So you want to do everything? My mom wants some Christmas cream.
Yeah, here. Thanks, me.
Well, this is fine. KJ.
It's not in there.
KJ in here.
Dang.
Roman.
Hey, KJ.
Roman's in here.
Well, the Christmas tree is not in.
Christmas tree is not in.
Yeah, that's quiet.
But it's all good.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
That's quiet for that.
You got something to run out here.
Huh?
You got to push it out.
Alright, yeah, my dad. Y'all can wait a little bit and talk.
So.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
KJ. Roman said, how are y'all doing?
I need my glasses.
Yeah.
Romans, KJ,
Hey, Roman.
Hey.
What's going
So
on,
glad y'all are
fam?
joining
Welcome.
They about to get started soon, guys.
Let me make sure there's no shout outs.
Hey, the beautiful wife.
People in there.
Brandon.
Hmm?
People in the other one. I deleted it.
Yeah.
We're gonna give everybody a little time. We had some technical difficulties. Give everybody a little time to locate the new link, I guess. Is that what we're doing, guys?
Doing good, Roman.
Pretty much.
Locate the new link, come on to this link because the old link, it wasn't set up correctly,
I
so
know, KJ. It's
we
been a
were
while.
set up
But we're glad to be here with you. We miss you.
portrait instead of landscape. I think that's what I understand, right?
Well,
We're excited.
how excited are you guys on the scale of 1 to
Excuse
10? Mom,
Come on,
what you
catching
doing?
chunkies.
You can cough in the camera.
Choking her life away.
Drink some stuff.
It's cinnamon.
That's a human thing to do.
Wow.
I'm back.
We're excited to be here with you guys.
Oops.
What are you guys gonna be talking about today?
So, we're gonna talk about
This is the same.
so
This
couples.
is the same. everything.
Hold on, she over here.
I'm still
Eyes
talking.
watering.
Let me praise the Lord.
She put a
Need
chemical
some
in it.
water.
No, I told y'all it was the cinnamon. This is cinnamon in my smoothie.
See what I gotta deal with, y'all?
And it's got me choking.
No.
I'm good.
KJ say you good, Mom? I know KJ. Jay.
I'm good, KJ. I promise.
Jay. Hey, fam, come on in, come on in. Hey, Christina. How you doing,
Should I put my hand in
Celine?
it, too?
What's up, Celine? You
Celine.
doing, baby? You might wanna read those.
But why would I want to read them?
Oh, cause I'll take my glasses off.
The close one?
I can see them.
Why would, babe, see guys, this is the kind of stuff I gotta do. Before we start the podcast,
No.
no.
I'll
Before
take
we
it off.
started the podcast, what did I ask you?
You gonna start this already?
Yes, crazy.
I know, but I got it. I just gotta take this off. All right. Hey, fam.
How you gotta take your glasses out to read?
Cause I don't have reading. I don't need reading glasses. I just need to see far away. So
Ask your
it
big
brings it
head
too close
dad.
to me.
I asked him this.
He does do that. I don't know.
Good,
Yes,
Christina.
Keith.
Welcome. We're
He
glad
does.
you could be
Want to
here.
take his
It's
glasses
going
off
to be
to
an
read?
exciting topic tonight. You got Mon out here facilitating live. We haven't been on here in this is the first time. This is our first actual time being on like this, isn't it?
Yeah, like podcast.
Podcasters together. So
Podcast.
Been posted on
Yes.
that
we supposed to have done this a long time ago, but now we're circling back. So
Yeah, we're circling back.
we're excited to be here with y'all. So come on in.
Come on.
Andrea's here.
Andrea.
Celine.
Celine.
Mom
Hi,
said you
babies.
look so good. Loving the hair.
Oh, thanks, boo. It's actually
Doing good, Celine.
had a lot more curls in it, and now it's all flat, and my hair's so fine and thin. I got dual issues with it, but you know what? I got hair.
Good.
I got hair. I got hair. All right, so
All right, Christina, get to that bottle.
we'll give everybody 3 more minutes, and then we are going. Dad and I are going to talk a little bit about us, and then we're going to give you guys an opportunity to ask some questions, because we really would like to shed some light, if possible, on relationships, on couples, specifically married couples, if, especially for any of you desiring to be married. We've been married for how many years?
26.
Okay.
And counting. It'll be 27.
No, actually we've been married for 27 years.
You sure?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes. Our kid's 27.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. 26. It'll be 27 in September. Because Kay's 26 now.
So we just had the 27th
You're right.
anniversary.
You're right.
So yeah.
So 27 years. My apologies. 27 years, but we've been together for over 30 years, believe it or not. I had to endure this beautiful specimen of a woman,
Endure.
right? But she does
And
look
he
great.
says
Though. She
beautiful.
looks absolutely amazing. The hair is flawless.
No.
The guillotines is this.
No. This
She's
is crazy.
amazing, y'all. But we've been together, married for 27 years. We dated 4 years previously before that. So that's 27, 28, 29, 30,
Yeah.
31. And then outside of that, we've known each other since she was 15.
Yeah, no joke.
So
We've grown up together.
We grew up together. So believe it or not, I met Mom when she was 15 years young. A youngin'. I was 16. And we met in school, in high school together. So it's been a long process, but beautiful one at the same time, because we actually get to grow as friends first, I would say.
We did.
A lot of friends first, and create a huge friendship. And now we're here.
4 kids.
4 kids later.
4 adult
Adult
kids.
kids, which is amazing
No,
and mind blowing.
it's surreal.
Because the conversations we've had over this years ago, once we got together, it's like it's coming to pass. We've had this conversation. When Keon will be doing at this age, when Keon will be doing, you know what I'm saying? We had those conversations.
It was crazy.
It's
We had,
crazy
that was
everything.
pillow talk for
Yeah,
us.
pillow talk for us, you know.
So let's see, what time is it? We got 1 more minute, and we really are going to jump
Yes,
into.
Appreciate you, KJ.
I know y'all, a lot of y'all already know how we met, but we're gonna recap for you, and then we're just gonna jump into some like really cool questions that we asked each other, and some of them we haven't actually. So y'all will be the first to hear the answers to these questions
Yes.
in regards to relationship. And like I said, before we cut out, you guys will have the opportunity to also ask questions, and we'll answer them to the best of our abilities. So, did y'all hear that? Answer them to the best of our abilities. So, yeah.
MJ said, "Show, I don't know how y'all met. I love to hear it."
Yay, MJ! We are going to do a recap on that,
Recap for you.
and share that info for you guys as well. We got 8:10. So yeah. What y'all thinking, guys? 8:10, 8:15. What do y'all want us to do? We got the executive directors back there.
I guess 8 to 15, I can really get into it, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna give them give everybody like 4 more minutes, and then we'll recap on how we met. Pops will give his rendition of how we met. Y'all look at my baby's hat.
Our parents are live right now. I won't be getting off TikTok live.
Can y'all see that?
That's happening.
Courtesy of.
My son, Keon bought that. And I just took it over. I thought it was amazing. So I wear this all the time. but I'm out and about.
And it could be Keon head with all that hair on his head. I don't even know what this
That
is.
actually tough for you, trying to cut.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
So-
I'm not sure what he was thinking. But
That's him. Head that way, guys.
yeah.
I know
I'm
it,
excited though, guys. I'm
We're
excited.
excited, man.
Hopefully this podcast will be one of many, and
Facts.
will allow you guys to actually help us navigate as to what the other or what future episodes would look like, because we're new at this. Y'all, excuse my hair. It just I'm like literally.
Questions, any questions?
It's I'm not used to my hair being straight all the time, so I've been wearing the show. I'm ready to put in a ponytail, but it is what it is.
So we're ready to give you guys nuggets,
Yeah,
insight. We'll keep it
real talk.
talk, because we're all about keeping it real. One thing that we do that you'll know about us is that we like to keep it real as possible, open line of communication. We always had this saying as the kids were younger. We always wanted to have an open line of communication, and we really built a family unit on it. So we want to make sure that, because the matter of fact that the generation that we're in now is like they don't get the truth behind relationship, marriage, the good, bad, and ugly, you know. But it's all worth it, you know what I mean, when you're telling the truth. So we always try to keep an open dialogue, especially within our family. We want to share it with you guys. So that's one thing that we're excited about. So we need it in this day and age that we're in.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. I think hopefully what we can bring is
Thanks, MJ.
like a plethora of information and knowledge in regards to what it takes to even have a solid foundation. Because I think a lot of people think it takes perfection,
Right.
and that's like so false.
That's not true.
That is so false, and it is far from true.
Mhm.
So yeah, hopefully we can be able to dive into that and really, really, really get to the meat of what, you know, committed married life looks like.
You look good, by the way. So you know, I got captivated by just looking at your lips. I'm sorry, I got this sidetracked. Okay, so
Y'all, this guy is
man,
a mess.
blessed man. What can I say? It's a blessed guy. Thank the Lord. Woo. Appreciate you too, MJ. Glad y'all can be with us. We love y'all so much
Yeah, love you,
for
MJ.
tuning in. So
Love y'all.
dive on in. 8:14.
Yeah, I need some.
All
Crack
right,
it up.
all right. Well, I promise 8:15. There it is, 8:15. Let's start. Let's get on, jump on in. Dad, you want to start with your rendition of how we met, or?
Yeah.
And by the way, for those who don't know who we are, I am Mom, aka Mika Coley.
And I am Pop, aka Kevin Coley.
Yeah,
So
aka K, aka you got lots.
I got a lot.
KC,
Got a lot of names.
Coach,
Different names. Coach.
all that, right? Pooh Sweets for me.
Praise God.
Pooh Sweets for me.
The Sweets, yeah. So we're the Coleys though.
yeah.
In short,
Yeah, we're the Coleys. Minus
the kids.
our cheering. Minus our cheering. All right, so we're gonna jump right in. Dad, would you like to give your rendition of how we first met? First, tell your age.
So I am currently just turned 50.
Don't my husband look amazing?
Believe it or not, I
Don't he
am
look-
5'0".
Yes.
Um,
So that's
So I'm 50, and my mom and I, we like I said, we grew up together. So we met in high school. Like I said, she was 15, I was like 16. We met in the 10th grade. The high school I was at, It was like my local high school. She actually was the new girl on the block, so she kind of transferred into our high school. She went to another school that was like in the city, John Marshall High School, and then she transferred. I think she moved, relocated, or what have you, and ended up in Henrico High School, where we are in Virginia. So we ended up meeting, and we were in the same homeroom class from 10th grade all the way through 12th grade. So that's kind of how we met in high school. And long story short with that is that, you know, we were kind of like really good friends. I mean, you know, we first met, my thing when I first met, I kind of knew, I say it all the time, it can be confirmed, because I already was already crushing on her for a little while. So I already knew she was going, that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? So it was unspoken, but I already knew in the heart to heart. You know what I mean? So, but one day I was kind of walking through the hallway, and I saw this girl coming in the hallway. I was like, I think it was kind of loud, boisterous a little
I
bit.
might have been loud. I'm pretty loud.
And I was like,
yeah.
I said, hold on, who is,
And I
what
got
is
that
that?
crazy.
So, you know,
Yeah.
now you got to remember, I've been in school already a year and never, so pretty much knew everybody, because I was an athletic guy back then. So I kind of knew everybody that were in the school at the time, been there for a year, 9th grade, never seen this girl before. I saw this new girl coming, I was like, hold on, who is that? So she caught my eye right from the start, because she was new to the school. So, and then come to find out, we ended up being in the same homeroom. So, you know, we started this vibing in school and kicking it, and, you know, we kind of kicked off, you know what I mean? Sorry. So we kicked it off, and we made a good connection, a good friendship, you know what I'm saying? So from there, I already knew that was gonna be my, you know, eventually that was like, she was on my radar, you know what I'm saying? She was ditching and dodging and trying to run and get away, but she knew. She kind of knew, like, Coley, that guy, just.
That's your
She's
rendition.
just playing hard to get, you know what I'm saying? But I was on pursuit. I was on hot pursuit, you know, throughout the high school years. It didn't happen right away, but it took time later on. Because actually people say, you know, we've been together so long, people already automatically think we were high school sweethearts.
Yeah, it's true.
Necessarily we weren't, because we didn't get together until after high school. But we were kind of crushing on each other, and eventually she had some boyfriend at the time. I'm not going to be disrespectful, but she had a boyfriend.
Easy.
She had a boyfriend at the
Tight.
time. So, but I was crushing on her. You know, we had some, you know, kind of chemistry with each other, but it was kind of unknown. But we always stayed good friends throughout the bout. So.
Yeah, that's his rendition. So, to follow up, we have known each other since the age of 15. Like literally, he would have been 16, I would have been 15, and I was the new girl. I moved from a city school to a county school because my parents got a home built in the county, and so where that house was, I had to basically go to a new school, and so I was the new girl there, and most of the young people that were there, they had went to middle school together. So I really was, nobody knew who I was. I really was like a new face, right? And so I didn't see him like he said he saw me until our homeroom. Like I would say he grabbed my attention about a week in after seeing him constantly in the homeroom. I was like, oh, that he was funny. He was outgoing, very confident.
Funny,
And
outgoing.
he's an athlete.
Athletic.
And so, and very friendly. Which,
Friendly guy.
also flirty. So,
Friendly.
you know, I was like, let me get to know this guy. So I did, like he said, we actually became friends and we hit it off. And I was crushing on him. I kind of knew he was crushing on me, but for a little bit, I thought that he looked at me as one of the boys. And then I realized, no, he actually probably, you know, does like me, but who didn't like him? So I was like, I'm just kind of like a needle in a haystack at this point. I had inquired about him. That was the wrong thing to do, girls. I inquired about a job to some girls that had grew up with him and who known him since middle school, and that didn't go well. So basically, everybody was crushing on K. Coley at the time. So yeah, I wasn't anything special. He claims he didn't know, but anyway, needless to say, we remained friends. I even pestered one of his best friends about him, and his best friend shut me down real quick too, eventually. But needless to say, we remained friends. We joked and laughed and flirted, but it was just that. And I did eventually end up being in a relationship my junior year. And my senior year with the same guy. And
that's amazing.
and that was really merely because the guy I was crushing on, I either perceived him as a friendly guy but also a player and not really interested in me like that. So it was all good. I enjoyed having him as a friend as well. So this guy though, y'all, my senior year wrote in my senior book, knowing I had a boyfriend. And like literally hinting that we needed to, connect. And he left his phone number. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, who does that? And guess what? My boyfriend didn't see it. And it's like he intentionally tried to ruffle feathers my senior year, which was insane. Like, instigated, but I got out of that. I got through it. And my boyfriend at the time, we remained a couple at the time. But this guy we shared a home room. Literally, y'all, we shared a home room for 3 years. So that was cool. So we grew up together in high school. And then we ended up failing. We also failed a math class together.
Geometry.
But that was 10th grade.
Being specific.
That's when I knew I was going to have a friend for life in him. When we failed.
Let me tell you this story. That was crazy because I was not good in geometry.
I know y'all don't make no sense. I failed, but I
know Andrea exactly. I was sitting there
really
playing
good.
emoji. I was legitimately like winning that class. I was clueless. And I was like, man, I just can't get this thing. It's not processing the way it was taught. It was just not calculating. So one day, this was early in the year, and one day I just got to the point like I just go to class and really just put my head down on the desk and go to sleep. And then
literally,
she used to sit behind me.
Who does that?
And I used to turn around messing with her. I used to write notes and stuff. Write notes to her in class. And then one day she came in. I was like, "What you doing over there?" She said, "I'm trying to pass this class." I said, "Man, I ain't even bringing my book no more.
This guy stopped bringing
I'm going to
his
summer
book.
school."
No paper, no pencil.
I gave up, y'all. I ain't gonna even
And
lie.
he would lay his head on his desk and go to sleep.
I tried to encourage her to stop bringing her book.
Yes,
I
and
said,
he tried to
man,
give me, he was
let's
bad
go to summer
influence.
school, man. And I was like, "What summer school you going to?" She's like, "I ain't gonna go to Sam's."
I was like, I'm not telling you, boy. I am not telling you what summer school I'm going to. Because here's the deal, y'all. My mom at the time was a teacher.
My mom was a teacher.
And his mom was too. But my mom didn't play. So I wasn't about to tell him, I was not about to tell him what summer school I went to because I knew good and well it was not going to go well. So we both failed geometry miserably. So much so, he was so much of a distraction that my math teacher came to me and said, "He's a distraction to you, Miss at the time, Miss Tinsley. You need to like ignore him. Better yet, you probably should move your desk because he's a distraction. He's making you fail this class." Like the math teacher said that.
Coach Moore. Put his name on
Is
there.
Coach still alive?
I don't know. He tried to destroy this. Coach Moore, you're
Coach, I
trying
love
to
you.
destroy this.
I'm not a part of his shenanigans right now, Coach.
So if you still in
know
the land of
well.
the living, now look. I got her. Somebody tell Coach Moore, I got her.
Coach Moore, we your geometry students,
We your geometry
and we are married. So,
Stinky breath. Forgive me, Lord.
Coach, that is terrible, babe. Take it back.
I take it back. I just, you know it's true. But go ahead.
Something's wrong with him, y'all. So, anyways, fast forwarding.
All right, fast forward.
Fast forwarding. We both graduate, and
92.
yeah, class of '92.
90s was banging.
Those were good years.
Those were good years.
Yeah, those were good years. Music, everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mary J.
Yes.
Come on, don't take me back. Go ahead.
Yes, can't live without you. Can't live without you, baby. You are crazy. So, anyways, 90s were good years.
Mm-hmm.
We graduated, and we were friends. But when we were graduating, it was just kind of like one of those unspoken things. We're going our separate ways, and we wished everybody the best. Like, you know what I mean? So, I think we hugged.
Yeah.
You signed my yearbook. I signed your yearbook, and that was it. Even during the summer, because just to paint this clear, we flirted only during school. We did not have each other's phone numbers.
Yes.
We didn't
Mad
see
confidence.
each other after school.
Nah.
It was only something during school. And so when we graduated, that remained the same. We did have exchange because you put your phone number in our yearbook.
I did.
And I put mine in his, but that was it because we were going to college. And last I had heard, I just assumed that he was going to go to a college with a scholarship or some sort. And I didn't know much. I just heard you talking about it or whatever. So anyways, we go to college, y'all. I got accepted to ODU, VCU, Norfolk State, and I chose Norfolk State. Go Trojans! Behold the green and gold. I chose Norfolk State, and I get there on campus. And you know, I've been on campus for about a month now.
Now hold on, you jump ahead because initially we did see each other right before we went to school.
Forgive me, y'all.
And this was
Forgive
critical.
me. This is true.
This was critical because it was her. So we graduated in June. You had your party in June, or did you have the party in May?
June.
So her birthday is at the end of May, May 23rd.
It's a graduation /
So we graduated early June. So she had a party pretty much after we graduated during the summertime. So it was a graduation / birthday type party.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you didn't invite us directly, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh no, she did invite us.
Yeah.
She invited us.
That's what I used your number for, actually.
Yeah, invited us, and then me and my friends, my best friends at the time, we went. I ain't gonna lie, long story short, it was a party. It was amazing. The party was packed, like so packed. It was at her cousin's house that we thought the floor was gonna cave in with so many people.
Yeah.
But anyway, we did run across each other at that party.
Hold on, that might have been the first epic party. That sweets. If you're watching,
Sweets.
that's the first epic party you threw, girl.
Epic party when we was like 18,
then the
19.
second epic with your cousin over here.
Epic party was the 50th party, which was amazing.
But we digress.
We digressing. So that part we did meet before we left to go to college. We met at this party and we saw each other. And it was just like we kicked it off, just like it was cool. You know what I mean? So we waited around. My friends and I waited around, helped clean up, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
We kind of parlayed a little bit. We was having good fun. And then that was the night I got lips. I got them lips, y'all, that night. That was it right there. Got them lips, boy. Keon got them lips.
Crazy
guy.
guy.
Got that kiss, boy. I got that kiss before I left.
He did.
And
kiss.
did serial again.
That was it. Exactly. That was it. That was like the kiss before we went off to college.
I know, right?
So he's right. So
And then fast forward, then just
fast forward, actually a few weeks after that party, we're off to college. And guys, I go to college. I've been on campus at least a month and a half. At least a month and a half.
Yeah.
And you know, when you go out to these colleges, you know you can hang out at night on campus where everybody hang out. There was an area where everybody hanged out. Y'all, if any Trojans on there, y'all know what I'm talking about. The Twin Towers and all that stuff. We're hanging out. And I was being my loud, crazy self with my girls. And I heard somebody call my name. It wasn't you though.
Trey.
His best friend called my name. Somebody called me and I was like, bruh, is that like my guy? Like,
Love y'all.
love y'all. Where y'all off to? Alright, love y'all.
Okay, love y'all.
Be
Be
safe.
careful.
So I was like, I looked at another one of my friends, which also went to high school with us.
Mm-hmm.
I said, those are our guys. Like, we just go running over like these little kittens running for a bowl of milk. Because those were our boys. Like, they had this thing going on in Henrico where you had Henrico Honeys. Well, I don't know. You do the thing. Scooter Boos, Henrico Honeys, Henrico Biddies.
Something like that. It was a whole bunch of different stuff.
Anyways, they had this stuff going on. Anyways, y'all, I go running over, we go running, and we're hugging the necks, and I see Coley. I see Coley. I'm like, what are you doing here? And he's like, what you doing here? So we hugged, and we laughed, and we did a quick catch up, and real talk, I would say that was the beginning of us, like, really even entertain how we felt for each other.
Yeah.
When you say?
Yeah. Because there was some obstacles in there.
There were.
There was some obstacles in there that was like, trying to hinder the process, which was not even supposed to be an obstacle.
Which will lead to a good question that I'm gonna ask you guys. We did have obstacles, and there was a group of us girls, and I want y'all to be honest. There was a group of us girls, and we were all friends, but there were also some acquaintances mixed in, and we, I hang with my acquaintances. I mean, not as much as I would hang with my girls. Like, I'm not gonna call my acquaintance up and say, hey, what you doing? Let's hang out. But if there's a friend of a friend, and you cool, I'm cool. Like, it is what it is. And we also went to school together. But the obstacle, he had somebody, there was a female who basically knew that how I felt about him. And at the time, she had feelings for him as well. But she also led me to believe that they were
Still
talking.
together, which was not the case.
So I just pumped my brakes, right? And but he kept pursuing me. So one day I took the opportunity and I said, hey, you pursuing me, but so Chica said y'all are an item.
So that goes to a pause sidebar. Guys, always stay on the pursuit. If it's something that you want, you know it's for you, you pursue it. I pursued. Because I knew I was in the right. I didn't have anything going on. I didn't let nothing stand in my way. I pursued. Go ahead.
Okay. Girls and guys, what are your thoughts? Before we go any further, what are your thoughts? Would you pursue an acquaintance ex? Because that's really what he was. Would you pursue an acquaintance's ex? Like, is that still like some unspoken rule? No. Even though she's not a friend, we hung around each other, I'm not gonna pursue her ex, or I'm not gonna entertain her ex, because I really didn't pursue you.
Nah.
He pursued me.
You was putting up a strong front. Like, what is it?
Well, I mean
allegiance. Like, you won't go cross the line.
I think it was important that some boundaries be set until everything was clear.
You cleared it up. Right.
You know what I mean? But what are y'all thoughts?
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, what are your thoughts? Do y'all think, would you pursue, MJ, would you pursue?
MJ said yes, sir.
No, he said yes. I mean, MJ, she was,
Oh, commented on about the
you said something.
pursuing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just
Anybody?
like,
Would you pursue?
don't be afraid to answer this. Would you pursue an acquaintance, ex, or entertain even getting with someone that you? Cause I actually hung around this person. This person would now.
MJ said, "Well, I'm in a relationship right now, but if that was the case with her, likely still, yeah."
So fast. It's not here.
Yeah.
So MJ said he will pursue.
Well, I agree. Like, I think at the time that person felt some type of way, and kind of, I really feel like she was hurt. And so I had to be a woman and go to her and say, look, I am not doing any of this to hurt anybody, not to hurt you. I know, you know, we aren't buddies, but I do respect you as a woman. Like, you know, and this is what's going on, and this is what I'm being told. And, you know, I said maybe we all should get together. But that never had to happen.
Yeah.
He eventually
I think
cleared the air some kind of way.
What's that?
I cleared
But
it.
also, girls, that also goes, don't ever assume that you're in something.
Definitely.
That you're in a relationship. Don't ever assume that someone wants to be with you, or that they're your significant other, your partner. Let that person tell you verbally, and let you guys come to some type of agreement that y'all are exclusive.
Andrea said, that's tough because, you know, they say girl code this and girl code that.
Yep, that's what I was
She
trying to
said, I might do it. And then she
Yeah,
said,
so-
that's tough. Like, how much did you all hang out?
That's a good question, Andrew, because I thought about the girl code thing too. So, to be honest with you, we really didn't hang out a whole lot. I should say though that I knew of her. She was well known though, like amongst my girl group. So she hung out with, I would say, I can count on my one hand, maybe 2 times we might have hung out. But there was plenty of, you know how you have girls sessions, or where girls are just chilling and we just all hanging around talking, and that's that kind of stuff. There were a lot of those that happened, but like as far as you know, partying,
Yeah,
sleeping
I want
over, I call you and let's hang out.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, none of that.
This person, KP Mom, said, yes, I would. We know you would, KP Mom.
Bestie.
We love you,
I love
KP
that
Mom.
one right
We
there.
know you would,
That
KP
one
Mom.
right there, that's my
She
girl.
knows.
That's my girl. That's my girl. One, if y'all don't know KB Mom, y'all need to know her, because she is she's a special woman. Like, she's really a good friend, good sister. I love her.
MJ said everything happens for a reason, though. True. I agree. And Andrea said, to be honest, then I see it as fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was a bit sticky because we did have some mutual friends that my friends, I had some friends that were close to her.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I wasn't sneaky. I literally came to her and said, hey, this is what's up. You know, how are you feeling about it? What's going on? What's your head like? And I think that helped a lot. But ultimately, I think the sting was still there, and rightfully so. I get it. You know, I get it. But yeah, so that's the gist of it. We became exclusive in college eventually. Or not really. We became exclusive after our freshman year during the summer, but still considered college.
Yeah. Because it started in college, then from Norfolk, then it trickled into the summertime. And then it came legitimately during the summertime.
Yeah. So
Then it would be different. Andrew said, in my eyes, then it would be different if it was one of your friends that was close to her that did it.
yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so I had a really, at that time, a best friend that was like best friends with her, but we weren't best friends. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. But needless to say, I do get the sting in the matter of that. But we actually from there became exclusive during the summer after our freshman year.
Exactly.
And real talk, the rest is kind of like history.
Yeah.
We grew together, y'all.
I mean, then in between that, it was a few years because, hey Sid, good to see you back, baby.
What's up, Sid?
It was a little bit, cause you know, we don't want to make it seem like it was all peaches and cream.
No, yeah.
Because like after Norfolk, I didn't stay at Norfolk because I eventually left. And then I got a scholarship to run track at Liberty. So then we had a long distance thing going on.
We had a long distance relationship. It was tough.
It was tough because it wasn't, what you gotta understand about our long distance back then is way different than what it was now. Like, you know what I mean? Because we ain't have FaceTime and you don't have like the technology like we had back then. We still were on the rotary phones.
Yeah, no joke.
Still have prepaid. You gotta call, get minutes.
Yeah, we had prepaid cards, didn't we?
Yes, and then we did a
forgot
lot.
about that.
But I really believe one thing that really helped solidify a relationship long distance was back then we had to learn how to write. And we had a competition for
I
writing.
knew he was gonna say this. Yeah. He's so crazy, y'all. This guy,
Hold that thought.
I know, y'all. He says we had to learn how to write. Let me rephrase that. Basically, because we didn't have the technology that we have now, you were forced to write to each other, right? And I'm talking about physically write pages and pages and pages and pages. And you fold them up and you stuck them good old pages in that good old envelope and you flipped it back and then you sealed that door shut and you would go pay for a stamp. Unless you had a stamp book, right? And you would mail it. And those were the good old college days. Like, that's how you talk to your significant other long distance. And what he's showing y'all is
Proof in the pudding, baby.
a satchel of his letters he wrote to me. Here's the thing, y'all. He's gonna tell y'all about this contest. And while he's telling y'all about this contest,
KP Mom.
I'm going to
Proof in the pudding.
show y'all some of these dated. Oh wait, this ain't no date.
Good old days, man. Look.
Oh, it is. You're real close, guys.
Hey,
Real close.
fellas, I'm trying to tell you.
Can y'all
If you
see
want
that?
to woo the girls now,
Date
get that game, boy.
1993. 93. 93. 93.
Pop had game, man.
Put that envelope back in there, sweet.
Woo.
Yeah, 1993.
I still got him, KJ.
He.
Now, Marlon got a few in here, but we had a contest back then, and we had a long distance relationship. This when you knew that it was like, oh yeah, this my girl. So long distance relationship. Look at the little papers I used to write on. At night. Now I was at Liberty. You gotta remember, Liberty is a Christian school, so we didn't have any TV. We had to dress up, go convocations. So I had a lot of time. Well, I didn't have a lot of time because I still ran track. So, but I had a lot of time. Downtime. Y'all look at that penmanship. Y'all see that? Look at that writing, man. Pop, guys. Hey, Pop has
Y'all.
all these letters. Back in the day, I wrote. Just letters after letters, all up in here. Still got it.
Alright,
Should I
so
give them a little taste?
some of those you cannot
I
read.
can't read some of them because I was saying some wild stuff.
He was on some wild stuff. Some wild stuff, y'all. Like,
This-
young and crazy.
All right, this is February.
Some of y'all
20th.
still like that right now. Where y'all at? I'm gonna get my belt for y'all. No, I'm just
Look, I still have my thing on Kevin L. Coley, Liberty University, P.O. Box, Lynchburg, Virginia. Don't it have a date on this?
That one must have been one that you gave to me because they don't have no stamp. Date.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, let me get one with it. All right.
I showed the one with the
I gotta watch some of
Or
these.
either you stuck it in an envelope on top of an
Yeah.
envelope.
So this says 1993. 1993 of October.
I'm nervous.
Dear Mika T.
You're so crazy. Go ahead, man.
Listen to these
Stop.
words, guys. Listen to these words. To love is to love.
The poet. Yeah.
To be in love
Ouch, ouch, oh,
is to love with the heart and
They
mind.
don't see
Love can be described and felt or even expressed on different ways. And love can also be said and abused. Is that abused? I don't even know. And used like an object of any sort. But to be in love is a feeling one possesses on the heart, mind, and soul. This pop, y'all. Y'all hear this? This is what is it like? I'm like 19. I was flowing. So I can say to myself, Mika, I am in love with you because you gave me a feeling that extends throughout my heart. Kay, do you hear me? Kay,
Love is to love. You talking that?
The date on this
that
one too, y'all.
extends throughout my heart, mind, and soul.
And so y'all can see he wrote it to Norfolk State. Keep reading, sir.
I can truly say to you, or I put in quote, write to you that I have
Lovely.
never been in love with anyone before in my life. I
Aw,
can-
kisses. Mwah.
I can say yes. I have come out of my mouth with the word love, but I abused it because I didn't say it with the heart. Just points. But when I say, Mika, I love you, I say it with my heart, and that really scared me at first because it was the first time in my life I really got attached with someone I care about. You're the first girl I can relate to, and you're the only girl I would ever trust besides my mother. Gave mom a shout out to me. But anyway, I just had to share that with you because I think we will be together for a very long time. And I wanted you to know what my heart thinks about you. I love you, Mika Nia Malika Tinsley.
Government name.
And then I put love K. Then I said, P.S. If I can't make you fall in love with me, I will. Miss you every second. Did that boy have some confidence? That Jen almost got me choked up. This thing.
Actually got me choked up, babe. Yeah, I love you. She got me choked up. I do remember
If
this
I keep
one.
reading these drinks, it get me choked up. Because this was young K back in the day, guys. So,
Those are sweet. Those are sweet
Okay.
letters. So you had a contest. And it was seeing who could write the most
4
letters.
kids later, still real strong. You right, MJ.
Yeah, God is good, MJ.
Thank you, Lord.
God is good. We had this contest, and the contest was to see who could write the most letters.
Love you, Josephine.
Love you,
So you
Josephine.
got Josephine crying.
I know.
I know that joke choked me up.
It
Just
choked
think
me.
about it. I ain't even meant to break these jokes
Dropping
out.
one Pookie.
Woo.
So,
I got some gas
He
in it.
won the contest, guys, needless
I
to
did.
say, because that is my satchel full of letters he wrote to me. Now, ask him where the letters I wrote. Even though I lost the contest, but where my letters at, babe?
I don't know what you do with it.
Wait, babe, I don't have to keep my letters because I mailed them to
Oh,
you.
I have mine in a box. You know what? I gotta clean my my dad want me to clean the attic out. I get out of school next week, so Thursday I promise him I'm gonna go over there and clean out his attic. I believe it still may
That would
be
be
in the
awesome
attic.
if you can find
If
it.
I can find, you know, I had a whole bunch of, I had some old comic books. They probably worth so much money. If I could find them.
digressing, babe. My love letters.
Well, yeah, the love letters were actually in
I
a
just-
box, and I don't think I threw it away though.
And I
just
hope
gotta
you can find the scrapbooks that I
And
made
the
of all the
scrapbooks
kids.
of the
I made
kids.
all the kids' scrapbooks, y'all. We just rabbit trailing, going all backwards.
Thanks, Andrew.
But-
I was locked in, y'all. Jill, love you, girl.
Love y'all.
Jill's about to go cry in the corner.
Oh, don't go
We
crying
love
in the
God.
corner,
God is good, man. It's
Jaya.
I'm telling you, that was like, this really, you know, we talk about, you know, we joke and all that kind of stuff, but really, at the end of the day, I really believe that started a foundation.
Yeah.
Really being able to, because you got to really put time into that. You got to understand, I was a young college man. I don't know how far, I can't even remember. I remember like once I got my junior year, I used to travel from Lynchburg. I would drive through because you got to go from Lynchburg, go through Richmond, and to go to Norfolk. So I used to travel. I set this how much I was in love. I set my schedule up because I had indoor track and then I had outdoor track. And that was like, takes up a lot of my time. But the downtime that I did have, I used to plan my classes all around that. I made sure I had all my classes earlier in the day. So it gave me Thursday off, and then I would leave Thursday. Like this is when we weren't in like track season.
Yeah.
I would leave Thursdays and I would travel down to Norfolk to go see her. Couple of
you would
weekends
take
and
like
stuff like that. Just take
like
that
500
weekend.
and some odd.
500 some miles. Leave. I wouldn't even stop to go home. I just keep it trucking.
Yeah, come right through.
Sometimes. So.
Yeah,
But
that's
that built a strong foundation with us. Just being able to put in that work. It's like you said, when you talk about building relationships, it's constant. You know, you gotta make an investment.
yeah.
And when you make an investment in it, that's what it can stand the test of time because of all of the investment that you put into it.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. No, seriously, so he won the contest. I kept all his letters. He ain't keep mine. And the one that's in there, that's not even a letter that I wrote you in college. That's a letter I wrote in 2010 on Valentine's Day. Yeah. And I was married. We were married. So, but yeah, he won that contest.
Go the extra mile, MJ, definitely.
But we do attribute those moments, those earlier parts of our relationship to where we are now because it's investing in each other, like really going the extra mile. Like who writes letters anymore? You know what I mean? Who does that?
Right.
It's what it took some time. It took energy, you know, and it took prioritizing and, you know, some effort. So yeah. He won that. So thank you, babe. Kudos. And he knows where I hide my letters now, y'all. But those are forever like precious to me. So yeah. But look, that is really our story. We dated our entire college year. We had lots of ups and downs. There were times where I felt like there was trust issues because we were long distance. Did you ever feel like any trust issues with me though?
No, I didn't. I felt she was like, you know, I never did because I don't know. I want that. I don't know. I just felt you was locked in. So
Yeah, good.
Brother never gave me that type of.
That's
vibe,
good, man.
Like you know what I'm saying.
But we did. We had our ups and downs, and you know, God got us through it.
Got you, Gabe. MJ says Gabe. Thanks, Gabe.
Gabe. Yeah, so we got through it. It wasn't all peaches and cream.
Got you.
But one thing I could say we did do was even then, y'all, because you know he said he went to Liberty. We literally inserted God. So while he was in college, we ended up eloping.
Oh yeah, that was.
His senior year of college is when we got married. We eloped, and
that was another story.
that was crazy because that pissed off family members, of course. But we eloped, and then we also had a baby on the way. So, eloped, baby on the way. We wanted to be married. We were supposed to be married before the baby was on the way, but Pops got cold feet. That's a whole.
I got Kofi, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
He got cold feet, and that was crazy. Y'all know I act a complete utter butthead. Yeah, y'all, I took the ring off and threw it at him. Yeah, just, you know, so yeah, we made it, y'all. We made it through these kind of things. So, I just acted ignorant. I was straight ignorant.
She let the emotions get to her.
I did.
I mean, it was understandable though.
But I was wild and crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's
wrong. Cold feet, buddy. I know.
frozen feet.
Frozen jumps, like bricks on them, ice bricks. Was sliding on them jumps. But
Sliding. Ice skating on them
real.
jumps.
It was
Ice
real.
skating.
I just let stuff get in my head at the time, you know, being young, and just letting other outside influences, family members kind of, you know, get in my ear. It wasn't like I didn't want to marry her. It was just like they kept barking in my ear, so it just kind of just threw me off.
And you know what? In your defense, because I was young, in your defense, that's the influence that any family have over, you know, their loved ones, just about, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're close, right?
Exactly.
So it wasn't done maliciously. I didn't see that then, but I can see that now. Hindsight is definitely 2020.
It worked out in the end, Andrew.
Yes. So, we got married his senior year. We eloped.
In Lynchburg. We got married
in Lynchburg, Virginia. Yeah. So our marriage certificate has Lynchburg. What are the odds, right? Lynchburg, Virginia. He was supposed to walk, but he did not want to walk. I felt like he made me look a bad guy though. I was pregnant with Kay, and I had some time, but I think he claimed he didn't want to walk just in case the baby came. I don't know.
I was trying to get up out there, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was like,
and again, now I look like the bad person
stayed in
again
Lynchburg 3 years, and
because this guy didn't want to walk.
Yeah, I was like, they can mail me my diploma.
You can walk, but his family wanted him to walk. So guess who looked like the bad guy?
Hey, I had to get out. I had to get home to my wife, and that was babies on the way. So, like you said, Andrea, it worked out for the good. So, got out there, mailed me my diploma.
I wanted him to walk. For the record, I wanted him to walk. For the record, I asked him to walk. And so, yeah. Anyway, so we got through that.
After I left Lynchburg.
Yeah. We got through that. He graduated with his bachelor's, all that good stuff. And yeah, y'all, the rest really is history.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, we're gonna ask each other some questions, and y'all get to see for the first time the answers. Like hear for the first time.
Right off the cuff.
We're hearing, I will hear with you, and vice versa. We will hear each other's answers for the first time. So
let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So first question is, when did you feel most loved by me?
I felt most loved.
Yeah, we've been married. So we've been married for, we said 27 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you say you felt most loved by me? That's a hard one.
That's tough.
I know.
Because there's so many. I got a few instances that really ring. But I can give you one earlier on. I'm not talking about that time.
Yeah, any do like any time frame.
One earlier on, I really felt really loved. It was when, when I was having my ups and downs when I first started track. And I knew that solidified. I always knew Mom had my back, but early on, you just kind of, that's why I think I really never had any, so-called reason to kind of
reservations.
Reservations about you, because I remember early on, I was having my reservations about myself in track. I knew I was athletic. I knew I had the ability to compete, but I was struggling, y'all. I mean, because we didn't kind of share that side of my story is that when I ran track, I was really good in high school. Long story short, second in the state of Virginia, long jump and things like that.
All the girls wanted them.
But
I
came out of high school and I took a whole year off. I didn't compete. I just went to Norfolk as far as a civilian athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Like a student. I didn't compete for a whole year. So having that layoff, and when Liberty sent me a thing to walk onto the team, I took it. During that time I was going through some stuff in Norfolk. It was just not a good situation. I had to get out of there. So during that time when I got there and I first got on the team, I was at the bottom of the barrel. I was a walk-on and I was competing against the highest that had scholarships. So, and I was a loner. I was actually I wasn't in an athletic dorm with the other athletes. I had to walk across campus because I was in dorm 9. Shout out to my dorm 9 guys. traveling across, but I was just like a student walk-on athlete. And I struggled in the beginning hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To kind of find my place. But Mama was in the trenches, and I would call her and tell her my story and just like be upset. And I was on the verge to the point that, cause I was like coming last in workouts and this and that. I'm like, I'm gonna quit. I was gonna quit. Showing up, all right, I'm just gonna give up. And she really stuck in the trenches and was like, no, you can't quit. You know what I'm saying? She really encouraged me, motivated me, and to me, like, you know what I'm saying, being an athlete, like to have somebody on your back, in your corner like that, you know, when nobody else probably wouldn't doing it, because I really never got that throughout my high school career, like, you know, parent-wise and things like that. But for her to be able to step in that role when I needed the most, show me that was the real love. That was like real love. And it pushed me to be the best.
So sweet.
You know what I'm saying? Be
Now
the
y'all
greatest.
see why
And of course, long story short, I went on to win like multiple Big South championships.
And the head gets big.
Almost go to the Olympics.
Let me
like,
hold it.
all because of her.
Let me hold that
My
head.
head might be big, but it's because of her.
It's heavy, boss. It's heavy.
But she motivated me, so
That's sweet,
one of the
babe.
love. Yeah.
That's sweet. That's sweet. That's sweet. You want to ask me a question? You can ask me the same, or you can ask me.
Yeah. Oh, it's it. J-Ron, are we taking questions?
Yes, and we will. We're gonna ask each other a couple of questions real quick, and then we're gonna take questions for y'all before we end it
got
up.
one, and then Gabe got one.
I'm super
We're gonna
stoked.
jump those in. All right, this is for you. What personality traits do you think I most admire about you?
About me?
Yep, personality traits that I most admire about you.
I think you really admire the personality trait of me being down to earth and easygoing.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like, but then I think you also may admire me, the role of being encouraging too, though,
Mm-hmm.
because you just said it.
Yeah.
So I think it goes hand in hand. I think you like that I can laugh and be silly and not be so serious all the time. Because I actually have a part of me, like y'all, I can really departmentalize, and I have a part of me that can really be rigid,
Mm-hmm.
when you say,
Yeah.
and serious. But I'm also like a part of me that can just have fun, be silly. Like I bite him. Yes, y'all, I bite him. I bite his face, his arms, his chest, his legs. Yeah, I bite him. Like, and he just be looking at TV, and then I just come in. And so I think those moments, like, cause men tend to carry a lot of weight. And that's really how it's designed. They, especially if they've tapped into providing and protecting, they carry a lot of weight on their shoulders, right? And so even in their downtime, their wheels could be turning. So I try to jump in and thank him for being an amazing provider, amazing protector, amazing man of God, right?
Love it.
That leads our children and me, or lead our family. So I try to do that.
Yeah.
You know, not forget to, you know, affirm him, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's it.
yeah, no, I think that's, what do you think?
I love that. Yeah, it's true.
And
Just
I-
being strong, just really being, I think you got a strong personality too.
I do.
On top of that, it's like really balances me out. I know I kind of say that all the time,
Mhm.
like just kind of having that strong will and just, you know, you ain't gonna back down for nothing. Which I'm more on the reserve side, but I can go from a 0 to 100 real quick. But if you pushing the wrong way,
Skirt.
but you give it
Real
balance,
scary.
you know what I mean? And that means a lot, though. You know, that means a lot. So,
Thanks, babe. You want to do 2 more questions, and then we'll open it up to the crew.
oh, you want to do it?
Oh, yes. Let me do one. What do you think I most appreciate about you?
That's good. I think number one would be how. I think the go-to would be being hardworking, but on top of that, I think the number one would be that the way that I love my kids and I love you, the way I treat you.
I agree. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Especially the way I love the kids.
Yep.
And I just love on them. I kiss on all of them. I just love my babies.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and then I love their mom. Like they know
that you love me.
that
I
love
know
her.
that you love me.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I do. That is my number one. Yeah, you're right. Number two is that you are hardworking, but my number one is how he loves us. Like, he loves us hard, and there's no secret to how that he loves us either. And I love that. Like, you know, he can be in the public, and he's affectionate to every single one of us. So I'm truly blessed that you're like that. You know, that you're not afraid to be affectionate to the kids. He's not afraid to kiss his sons. Kiss them jokers right on their heads, hug them, and they love it. They embrace it, you know, and of course, you know, the girls as well. So, yeah, I would say you nailed it. Nailed it.
Preach. I do my best.
That preach is terrible. That's like some Wayne's word or party time. Preach.
All right, we're gonna do this one more. We got some questions that's coming in,
Okay.
so we'll answer those. What's your favorite thing about married life so far?
My favorite thing?
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing is doing this not alone, doing it with somebody. Like doing life, taking a journey with somebody that I love and have so much adoration for. And like, you're like my best friend,
Yeah.
right? I mean, there are some things that you aren't able to give me because you're not a female, but there's so much that you can give me because we're partners.
Right.
Right? And so I would say that's it. Like literally. Like hands down.
Hands down.
Doing this journey with you, I'm not by myself. It's like it's great. Yeah, it's great.
And have fun doing it.
Yeah, we do. Like we have so much. Yeah.
Like over the years, created so many memories, like silly memories.
Like, right? And we talked about this.
Like
we
in the
were
shower saying hi.
Oh my gosh. We cannot tell them about that.
It's funny.
But that was funny. Yeah, no.
Or you spin in the back of my head when I'm brushing my teeth.
Yo, that is gross, but it happened.
Brushing teeth, and I lean over to spit.
I was brushing teeth, he was brushing teeth.
Gargling, and she spit right in the back of my head.
And he leans to spit
Wow,
in the sink, and I'm going, and I go, and yeah, on the back of House head, y'all, on the back of House head, all my spit.
Oh,
Ugh.
we love y'all, man.
Yeah, we do.
Let's
love
take
it.
these questions. We got a few in here.
Yep.
So we are taking questions, J-Ron. You are taking questions, yes, yeah. And Gabe said, how did you guys handle conflicts and disagreements?
Oh, that's good. We fight fair, Gabe.
Yeah.
What does that look like, though? Tell Gabe what that looks like. We fight fair. Most of the time. We're not perfect. We fight fair 90%
of the time. We don't take shots. Like,
no, none of those.
we never throw around like, if you do X, Y, divorce card, we never use that word on the table ever. We never take, personal shot, I'm leaving you. She never tried to say something about the kid, never did anything. Just being dirty. Like, you know what I'm saying? We always,
We fight fair.
now we've grown a lot since,
It's even
young.
more better, yeah.
Which is way more better. It's way more, I guess maturity. As time goes along, you learn how to mature. You fight fair. It's like every agreement, we agree to disagree type thing.
Yeah.
She has her opinions, I have her opinion, but we all bring it to the table. We talk about, even if she get upset, like at times early on in the relationship, she'll be more y'all know she's KP mom on here. No, Mika is. So it's would be intimidating to me because I'm more reserved, like, you know what I mean? So, but I've learned how to step up to the plate and be able to be a little more vocal with her, but share it in a respectful way. I don't know if that makes sense.
No.
You know
I think, also Gabe to really give you maybe a clear answer to your question is when we say fight fair, you have to have non-negotiables.
Right.
Y'all both come to agreement what those non-negotiables are and create boundaries for your relationship and don't cross them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so one was we weren't going to call each other out of each other's name.
Never.
Divorce was not an option. And then we had non-negotiables as far as the opposite sex too. Like, you know, so like, you know, I would say early on I worked in the corporate world, so there were certain things that I wouldn't do with an opposite sex just you know, the Bible says don't let your good be evil spoken of, just so that I can have a clear name, nobody insinuate anything, and the same thing he would do, and as he still does as a teacher, because, you know, male teachers are surrounded by women.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got these non-negotiables, and some of them are, you know, if at all possible, it's in his field though, you're going to be in a classroom with the door closed with a female teacher. It just is what it is. But, you know, like, don't be in a place where nobody else is with the opposite sex.
Right.
With the door closed.
Right, exactly.
And make sure that everybody can see you so you don't get any accusations. So there is no, and so we both had to do that. But it doesn't mean that there weren't times where we worked with opposite sex, and we just made it sure that it was one that would keep our names clean because we wanted to honor each other, right?
Exactly.
So honor each other and be examples when we weren't with each other. So yeah, so did that help? Cause I feel like I rushed through those. Yeah. So, you know, create non-negotiables. What are those non-negotiables? They're different for every relationship. Create boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
What are those boundaries? What is it that you guys say, you know, we can't do this?
Exactly.
And like I said, for us, we never cursed at each other, called each other out of each other's names. Now, earlier on, I did have an issue with some name calling, but as soon as that's
Once I presented it.
That's how I was raised, though. So
Yeah.
he extended some grace, and he told me and said, "Babe, the name calling, that don't feel good." And I was like, "Huh?" That's all I knew. Like, name calling was normal.
Yeah.
No indictment on my upbringing, but that was normal, and so it was normal for me. So, but when my spouse said no, I nailed it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, come inside. Let us hug you. Look, y'all, we got special guests. Y'all know this face?
Hey guys, I don't know anybody in there. I don't think. This is weird.
I think so.
Nobody knows me either. I don't
KJ.
think anybody in there knows me.
Yeah.
I don't know these two.
Get out of here.
Celine.
Drea, Celine.
Gangers.
Yeah, gangers. But so yeah, do those things. Even if you gotta write them down, and you may have to revamp some of them. Don't make them so lofty that they're unattainable for either of you, because then that's gonna create a whole new level of frustration.
They say, "Hey, Keith."
They say, "Hey, Kesey."
All right, here go one. Andrew said, when it comes to a decision revolving around the kids that you all disagree about, how do you all come to one decision?
Ooh, you said Drea said that?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's the hardest one.
That's the hardest one.
Man, that sounds tough.
Ah.
Yeah, actually, Drea, Celine, KJ, they've been a part of the conversations with the boys.
Yeah.
We do come to agreement. We come to agreement even if it's not to agree.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, as long as the decision isn't one that's jeopardizing our family or our household,
Right.
he typically will have the final say on it if it's not crazy. And to God be the glory.
Yeah.
They haven't been crazy. I may have disagreed, but most of the time, for example,
Right. It ain't like we pop, pop, pop.
for example, double standards. That's
was
gonna
a-
be
that was a
another
tough one.
podcast because I think we should jump into
We
that
can go
really deep.
deeper into
So
that.
I'm about to be super superficial. So everybody saved it for next podcast. Episode 2 will be about double standards and how we parented through the double standards and the pros and cons, because I have a plethora
That's
to
a whole
share
lot of
about that.
conversation.
But we clashed a lot when we did to really iron it out. We simultaneously raised the kids exactly like same everything, same goals, same structures until they got 18. Dad saw raising the boys one way and the girls another, and I just felt like no.
It should have been this way.
It should have been same. That I felt like at 18 you need parental instructions and parental guidance. We can't just let you go willy-nilly. And not to say that's what he was doing. It was just what he felt like we could allow Kay and Key to do at 18. I just didn't feel comfortable with it. Exactly. Because I felt like they were still very wet behind their ears and very green. So that was a tough season for us. But, to God be the glory, we got through it. And we learned, and we had some hard stuff. It was hard pills to swallow, y'all. Hard pills to swallow. But a couple of the pills got lodged in my throat. We're going to talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
Second episode will be, I think that'll be perfect.
We'll dive into that.
Yeah.
Celine said, what traditions did you guys start together?
Oh, man.
I know one of our biggest traditions, and we still do it to this day.
Yes.
And we're going to start it. And if y'all haven't gone back, you can catch it on our YouTubes, but we would do a Christmas scavenger hunt.
Are they on the YouTubes?
If y'all on the YouTubes, you can go back and see some of our scavenger hunts.
I don't think they're on the YouTubes. I think any
we
of
recorded them. We recorded them. I think it's on. You got to go back.
Okay.
This past year.
Oh, you just recorded some of them.
Yeah, I posted this last year.
Okay.
But we do a Christmas scavenger hunt. We have moved from the tradition as far as we do put up a tree. We can't see it.
Hold on, y'all. We put up the tree kind of late, though. Look at her. Hello.
Shout out to our KP mom that's on here. KP mom.
Yep. My sister gave me this tree.
Gave us this tree, so we still rock the tree to this day. So.
Best tree ever.
But that's one of our traditions that we started scavenger hunt. Christmas scavenger hunt, which the kids love till this day. So we're working on a new one. We try to present something different every year, like we did puzzles, sending them around on. We did a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So and the way we came up with this one tradition was, we got so many kids, y'all. We just got tired of wrapping gifts, and I was like, babe, why we gotta wrap all this gifts? Spend all this money on wrapping paper, and they just gonna rip it off. And I was like, what can we do? And then Boo was like, let's do a scavenger hunt. And I was like, oh, that's baby onto something. And so that's all our kids remember. Their gifts were never wrapped, but they always had to find them. And I'm talking about we go all out. And now that they drive, the scavenger hunt is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. They gotta find keys, and it's almost borderline escape room-ish.
Yeah, escape room, riddles.
Now,
we gotta solve riddles and all this kind of stuff.
And the kids love it. Like, they wake up and they got their little envelopes and they ready. So we love it. We love it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Andrew said, Dad told us what moment he knew that you would be his forever. What moment was that for you, Mom? That's good, Andrew.
Yeah, that's good, Drea. The moment I knew that he would be mine forever, and this is crazy, we were at his parents' house, and it happened all in the same day. He was changing one of his nephew's Pampers. He was an uncle as a teenager. And he was changing, this teenage guy was changing his nephew's pamper and just doing the goo goo gagas and uncle's nephew and, loving on him as a young man. And I want to say he was 19. And then just transitioned into how he loved his mom. Like, his mom came in, he changed the baby's diaper, he played goo goo gaga, and he went over and he just was hugging his mom, and it was just beautiful how he was loving on his nephew and his mom. And I was like, oh yeah, Drea. I was like, that one mine, I ain't going nowhere. This is legit. He's legit. He's the one. He's going to be a great family man. He's going to be a great husband. So yeah, I was like, he loves his mom, like, so even to this day, he still has an amazing relationship with his mom. So
Baby.
I knew he was a keeper. He was a keeper then. I like, nah.
J-Ron said, what makes you all love stick outside of the foundation y'all have with God? How can I find a woman to love me for me?
So
What makes your love stick outside? Or stick outside of the foundation y'all have with God? J-Ron.
elaborate a little more, Jaron. You mean what makes our love stand out side of the foundation of God? I if I'm understanding correctly, God is the foundation of our love.
Yeah.
Like really, you can't love correctly until you learn to love this way,
Right.
which is
Vertical.
vertical,
Before you can love.
horizontal. Man, and that's like a cross. Y'all see that? Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
Didn't know that, but I saw it on camera. It just looks good. But vertical, if you don't know how to love vertically, you're not gonna love correctly horizontally. And so, I would say for me, I had to learn how to love vertically. I had to learn how to love my God and see Him for who He was for me and who He wanted me to be for Him.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
And that kind of ties into the second part of your question, J-Ron. How can you find a woman to love you for you? Is that one, you just gotta continue being yourself, but also you gotta understand your relationship with God should be the first thing.
if
First
she
and
can't
foremost.
see you the way God see you, it's almost a no-brainer.
Mhm.
If he can't see you, girls, the way God sees you, I know it stings, but that's really the reality.
Yeah.
We tell this to our kids. If they can't see you through the lenses of God, through His eyes, and see you the way God sees you, then it's a no-brainer. I know it stings, I know it hurts, but it's reality. They have to see you through Jesus' lenses.
That's it.
And that's whoever it is that God's called you to be, and they got to be able to embrace that. Even if it's different from what they know. You know, so. Because real talk, y'all don't know this, real quickly, as I sit on my leg. Literally, Kay was raised in the church. Pops was raised in the church. I call him K too. This is Big K.
Big K.
But he was raised in the church, and I wasn't. So I did, I was raised in a home that knew of Christ, but didn't have a relationship with Christ. Again, no indictment. I went to church on Easter, Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma took us to church on Easter and Christmas. That was about it. And my mom taught me, the now lay me down to sleep prayer, and then the prayer over my food. That wasn't our relationship. But he was going every Sunday and Wednesday night.
Bible studies and
Eagle
vacation
Avenue,
Bible
yeah.
school,
I didn't know what none of that
youth
was.
group and yeah.
And
that was
so, yet I knew of Christ and considered myself a Christian. I just didn't have a relationship with Christ. So, I had to see him as God saw him. And man, when I was able to see that, it was just beautiful. And I wanted what he had. I was like, oh my gosh, I want that. And so, yeah, now we're here.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's the foundation. Then we created our own.
We did. We created our own organs
And
of what that.
because there's stuff that I didn't know, and that's another thing topic we talk about as well, and stuff that we have sought together, and we got revelation from God, and now we built our own foundation on how, even though I didn't come from a bad home, I came from a solid foundation, but there was some things that I needed to build on the foundation that was created for me and her and our family.
Yeah.
And God gave us revelation for that, and then it created this what we have now, today. So
Yeah.
I thank God
That's
for that.
good, babe.
Great questions, great questions. Josephine said, how do you navigate a significant other not enjoying your hobbies to the point that they don't want to hear you talk about it, especially when you try to take interest in their hobbies? How do you navigate a significant other not enjoying your hobbies to the point that they don't want to hear you talk about it, especially when you try to take interest
in
their hobbies, right?
Ooh. I think, Josephine, the safe thing to say and the most clear thing to say would be, you have to have a conversation about that. We did that too. We had that.
Have those conversations.
Yeah, because I felt like there was one season of our life where I felt like he didn't entertain my interests.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be brief, but there was no real connection to my interests. And when we had the conversation and I brought it to his attention, you'd be surprised how they're just going through life, not really thinking much, they're just doing, right? And not even catching that they're brushing off your interest or not showing any interest. So have a conversation and say, have a heartfelt conversation and say, hey, babe, and do it not when you're angry. Right. Do it when all is well, because things come off so much, it's perceived so much better, it's received so much better. So when we're not angry is when we have these conversations. But like, babe, look, I've been wanting to talk to you about this. You know, I've been feeling a way about certain things, and I want to share it with you. And tell them, like in love, say, you know, when I have hobbies, I feel like you're not interested. And it just hurts to know, it hurts me to feel that way, you know. I'm not sure if I'm feeling correctly, but I just want you to know this is my reality. I feel like you're not interested. And share why you feel like you're not interested. And hopefully that'll open up some lines of communication and get to the root of what the issue is. Maybe he's not aware that he's doing that. Maybe he is. And he may be able to tell you why. Maybe you guys can come to some happy medium, and then you can say, you know what, that makes me feel this way. And the love that he has for you will say, I don't want to make you feel that way. That's not my intentions, you know? So I would say have a conversation, a heart-to-heart about it when you guys are in a good space.
Yeah.
So that it can be received. And
don't
everybody
do it in
can
a bad place of doing out of anger.
No.
Because you got to be intentional about those things.
Yeah.
You show intentionality, and like Mom said, if his love for you, his feelings for you, should be able to have him say, do retrospect and think, well, dang, maybe I am doing that. So I want to do better by your feelings, and start to address that and try to move forward to get better. Don't say, will it happen overnight? Maybe not, but something you got to just keep digging.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times guys just may not even be aware of that, or it's not an issue at all. But when y'all have that conversation with Mom said, it'll be an open something.
But have the conversation sooner than later.
Yeah. All right. Gabe said, how was having great children change your marriage?
Oh my gosh,
That's
Gabe.
good. We was just actually
Just having a conversation,
with
Bugs
about that today.
So, ooh.
Man, that's,
We're blessed.
We're blessed. Like, really, honestly, we say, we talk about this all the time.
They're not perfect, y'all. Don't get us wrong.
We're going to say that, but we actually are blessed because
our kids are amazing.
They just amazing. Like, you know, we could talk about this all the time. We always
really
talk about it.
do talk about this a lot.
They made it easy for us.
Yeah.
And I believe, like, it started from the top. It started with Kay when he was younger. It was just a good kid. Like, you know, didn't give us like problems and was always respectful.
And then his sibling just looked up.
And then they looked up and they watched it. And Key watched that, and then he just kind of mirrored it. And I used to have conversations with them, just have fun. We just, like, you know what I mean, and it just kind of fell into place. And then the girls just kind of
simple.
We don't trip in nothing but it being God, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just really give. I want to say that I do think, and I understand that not everybody has that opportunity. And even if you don't, it still can happen for anybody with kids. while you have your kid, just pour into them.
Mhm.
Like, love them, love them, love them. Always have an open line of communication. Like, cause look, they're like us. They're human. We make mistakes, so our kids are gonna make mistakes. And I think one of the things that Kay and I had decided early on, we want to have an open lines of communication, because I came from a home where I felt like I couldn't say anything or say everything I wanted to say without being judged or getting my head knocked all the way off. Just,
Exactly.
yeah. So we wanted it to be like a judge-free type of atmosphere, even if it was bad.
Right, exactly.
We wanted them to feel safe enough to tell us the worst of worst, so that we could instruct them, correct them, protect them.
Yeah.
And we would tell the kids that you have to tell us these things so we can instruct you, correct you, and protect you. We can't do and love you through it. Like, and we would tell them, you're gonna make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Just, let mommy and daddy know so we can be there for you. And so I would say,
And it made our relationship, because we didn't have any interruptions with them.
yeah, it just made it
It
that
made
much.
our marriage even, you know what I'm saying? And we were intentional, like, with our marriage too, because
Yeah,
we
absolutely are.
wanted to make sure we've been an example for them. So we always try to keep our marriage kind of tight in that way, because we know they were looking at us.
Mhm.
So,
And they would see when we made mistakes, how we would address
Right.
each other.
so
And don't get me wrong, there was not always perfect times.
No.
There were plenty of times where we had to go back and apologize to the kids. Don't be afraid to apologize to your kids. That helps too, because then they realize that love is truly unconditional,
mm-hmm.
and that mom and dad don't see themselves as somebody sitting high and mighty and can do whatever they want, but want the kids to do something else. So we apologize. Mom and dad was wrong. Mom and daddy shouldn't have did that, or mommy shouldn't have done that. That wasn't the right way to respond. They would see us apologize to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they still do. It's crazy. They still do. They, I've been guilty of, if y'all know anything about this, it's called stonewalling, silent treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And even now, some days I just be like, I'd rather be quiet than to say what I really want to say, because what I really want to say at the time in the heat of the moment ain't good.
Good.
So I zip the lips, simmer down, gather myself, and then.
You done amazing about it too.
Well, thanks, babe.
Dude,
I'm doing better.
proud of you. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Came a long way, y'all. Came a long way.
The pat on the back.
Andrew said, what's a common misconception about marriage that we need to know now?
That it doesn't work, that it doesn't
Right.
exist, that it's a farce, and that there is not a person out there for you that you can be with till death do you part. That's false.
That's false.
Y'all look at me, I'm gonna say it again. That is false. The facts are, it does exist. The facts is, you gotta work to get it, and you gotta work hard. To get a bed of roses, you don't just drop the seeds in. You've got to cultivate. You have to till the ground. And even then, when the bush grows up, you have to prune the tree. Like that's work, y'all. That's work. So those are the facts. And if you're willing to put in that work, that time, and be intentional, your bed of roses are there.
That's it.
It's there.
Gotta work it though.
It's like a bank account. You ain't gonna be able to withdraw what you don't put in, right? So if you wanna withdraw, make the deposits. Make those deposits. So that when the time comes and it's feeling like droughty between you and your significant other, and you don't like them at that time, you have something to withdraw from. Yeah.
She said all the time, she said, I don't like you all the time. You know?
Look at me
God
pushing
said
my
you gotta
nose.
love him, but you don't have to like them all the time. But you gotta be able to work.
But I do love him
We
all
love
the
him.
time.
And
I do
if
love
you
him.
love him, you'll put the work in.
Yeah.
And that's the
It's
thing.
worth
the
it.
misconception is that it's easy and this and that. And
That
like
is a
this,
misconception.
like
That
they
is
make
easy.
it look at like this, cherry on top type relationships, and they're doing all this glamorizing it. It's not all. You can get that, but you gotta constantly make an investment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make an investment into not only individually, but make an investment in your relationship.
And it's like a dual thing. The misconception that it's easy. If it's not easy, then it's wrong, right?
Exactly.
If it gets hard, the misconception if your marriage is hard, then it's wrong. And dip out. The grass is greener on the other side. Dip out. There is somebody that is going to be better for you. That's not the case, y'all. You just gotta work. You gotta work, and you gotta work together. You know.
That's good. Oh, that's good. Andrew said, "What's your take on the joint bank account?"
Oh, what we
but
just
not
talking?
for others.
I was just talking to B about this. That's crazy.
Well, me personally, we both have individual accounts, but I believe in joint accounts.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
have
'cause
joint
we don't
accounts
have
too.
and we have joint accounts.
We have lots of joint accounts, more than an individual account.
Yeah, and I look at it this way, you know, I would say I'm kind of old-fashioned type guy.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in, like, you know, the man should go out and work. Like, mom's been a stay-at-home mom, like, for 20-something
You're very traditional.
years, and I would want her, traditionally, we made that decision for her to be at home, but she's more capable than going out and having her own career, whatever. I wasn't gonna stop that from her, but I feel like, you know, joint accounts, what's mine is hers. I might have been out the one working, but she's equally working just as hard as I am about raising a house. You know what I'm saying? So the joint account thing is never an issue. I don't believe, because I trust her, you know, so I think you just flow with it.
Yeah, I think I enjoy having a joint account, but I also would say that there are some things that I would have done different before leaving my career. I don't regret leaving my career. I love being a stay-at-home mom, and I'm grateful that my husband allowed me that opportunity to be that number one influence on our kids as they were growing up. It's a game changer. So if you can do it, go for it. If you want to, right? So I would have done different. I would have taken and maybe created like a savings. So because once you got that one income, it's just tighter and stickier, and I would have to I never really had to ask, but I did, if that makes sense. So to ask, I think I was expecting, early on, I was expecting a different response. I was expecting, hey babe, here, take this money and go do that. I didn't get that from him, so that bothered me. And so I think if you know your significant other going in, yes, have a joint account. But also, he has access to, here's the deal, we have accounts in our name, but he has access and I have access. We still have access to each other's accounts with just our name on it. So it's still joint, but not joint. So we got joint accounts with our names on it, and then access to our single accounts. So he has a card to my single account, and I have a card to the single account. But going in early on, I would have taken the money from my career and just created a savings. So then when I wanted to do little things, I wouldn't have to dip into that joint account, if that makes sense. I could just kind of just do it. Just kind of do it without asking, because I don't know if I really, I hate to say that, but I guess I don't know if I want to say I didn't like asking. I think it was just how you respond when I asked. It was just how can I say, what would you call that?
You did.
He never ever said no.
No, right.
But y'all know
Maybe that's how the way it was said. I mean,
y'all know how if you ask somebody to do something for you and they chipper about it, they kind of yeah, go ahead, you you don't want to do it no more. You don't want them to do it. You be like,
it wasn't cheerfully.
Look, y'all,
it wasn't
he wasn't mean either, but it was just dry. And so I was like, yeah, no, I don't like this response. So we made those adjustments though later in life, because we actually had joint accounts early on.
Yeah, what's that?
I would say for the past how many years, you've always had a single account. I always joked him. I said, I think you're hiding money.
Can't hide it. You spend it on.
He couldn't. But I would say the single account for me just recently.
Yeah. Just remember within the last 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but he has access to it. When I say access, like he has my online passwords and everything. He goes in and he sees everything. When I transfer money, he sees it. So I think that's good. It's a level of trust you have there.
Exactly.
But like I said, for you stay-at-home moms, if you want to have your own little money to dibble and dabble and not mix and mingle with the bill money or whatever you want to call it, I would say, yeah, get you a single account.
Okay.
And then let your husband have access to it so you can see what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gabe
Vice
said-
versa, women and men.
Gabe said, Mom Coley, was it hard being yourself to Pops? Like open up about things?
Oh no, not at all. Actually, it's not hard for me to do that with anybody. I think it's a personality. It could be a blessing and a curse. But I feel like, dog Gabe, man, what you say is what you get. I don't typically wear my feelings on my sleeves, but I am very good at saying how I feel. I would say. What would you say, babe? I don't wear them on my sleeves, but
Yeah.
you won't have to. If I really wanted you to know, you won't
You don't
have to.
Yeah, you don't have to pry.
Yeah, I would tell
Exactly. Pops, JL said, how long did it take for you to realize that Mom was the one you wanted to be with for the rest of your life? I tell her, everybody, like I said, JL, I shared earlier on, I knew I wanted to be with Mom in high school. But I knew in college that was it. Like, this was the one, this was it. I kind of knew, I had that sense all along that she was the one for me. Because she was just totally different than other females that I had dated in the past. And I think, like I said, she gives me balance because I'm more reserved guy. She was more upfront. Mom's the type of person I knew I need somebody like, you know what? If you pop off run, she's gonna punch you in your mouth. I needed that tough, like somebody.
Hey,
Like, if I
it's
get,
like I'm abusive. I've
no,
never
I'm just saying,
touched
like
you.
I'm talking about punch somebody in the mouth. Like if, let me clarify. If we was to get into a squabble, Mom's gonna jump in there. And
Oh,
get
have
it.
your back?
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
If somebody was trying to pop off me like a dude or whatever, Mom gonna jump in there. She gonna get.
Not that he needed my help, y'all, but
She gonna get them things. She gonna get them things.
A blessing
She
and a
gonna throw them things.
blessing in the curse. I'll put you in an arm bar real quick.
Mom gonna. So that's what I knew. I said, Mom gonna be the throw. She's gonna throw them things. So I knew it was gonna get it.
You so silly, dude.
Appreciate you, Gabriel.
Yo, we're about to wrap it up, guys. We'll wrap
Yeah,
it up
we'll
at
see.
9:50.
I was listening to Mom's more transparent. Yeah, Mom's transparent.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so that was, I got through all of them. But yeah, I got through all of them. We'll take one last one from what we had, and then we'll try to close it out, guys. We could go on forever. But
And we
we're
love
gonna
y'all
do a
so
second
much.
one.
So second episode will be on double standards and parenting through double standards, which is crazy. And your thoughts on double standards, because I think everybody's experienced them to some degree. But yeah.
Name,
Part of my drag scalp.
hang on. Name 3 things that make you proud of me.
Ooh, 3 things. I'm proud that you are an amazing husband. I'm proud that you are a man of your word. This man of his word. And I'm proud that you're an amazing dad.
Oh, I love you.
Like you.
What's good? Name 3. My 3 things
That's your proud of me?
are that you are amazing wife. This amazing. Like goes above and beyond. Does everything, even through, that she doesn't have to. She still does it. Never blinks an eye, bats an eye. Might, can tell her frustrations at times, but always pushes through, and then just knuckles up, and just like this amazing wife. That I'm proud that she's not afraid to be herself. Like She doesn't let anybody change. She doesn't change herself for like anybody. She allows the God to be the one that she listens, very intuitive, or listens to the voice of God, very in tune with her relationship with God. So that's super proud of that. And then this how you just love people in your family. I can go through a whole list of them.
Only 3, babe.
I know, but let's love people in the way she loved her kids. You know, just no conditions, just nothing attached to it. Just loves hard.
Yeah.
People in her family. And I'm super proud of that.
Thanks, baby.
Glad you're my best friend.
Aw, sugar.
Sugar.
My swoopy. My poopy sweet.
I love you.
I love you.
And most important, we love you all. So we hope you guys enjoy this, and
Yeah, guys, we'll
we'll
do
do
so
more of
much.
these with you all, and we're here for you all.
Love you.
We
Love you,
so much.
Jaya.
Jaya, we love you. Gabriel, thanks for
Gabriel,
stopping in with
love
us.
you.
We love you. We're glad you're a part. Ask Jen, them, and Celine,
Shonda
everybody.
Boo, I love
Shonda
you,
Boo,
sis.
we love you. Thanks for coming in, babe.
Yes.
We appreciate you all.
Tell my
Gabe,
tell cousin I say hey.
Josephine, Celine, Andrea,
Drea,
all our,
Gabe,
our day ones.
Josephine, Celine,
KJ.
KJ.
Can't forget you, KJ.
Love y'all so
We love y'all so much.
much.
Y'all are
JoJo.
We appreciate y'all.
Love y'all. And so we got to get with the executive directors and producers and see if Wednesdays nights will be the night for a podcast. So we love y'all.
KJ.
Mwah.
We love y'all.
Have a good night.
Have a good
And if
night.
y'all got any questions, write them down and we'll try to get them answered.
And the next one's gonna be what? Called?
Double standards.
We're gonna talk about double standards next time.
Parenting through double standards.
Parenting through double standards.
Yeah. Love y'all so much.
Share
Mwah.
it on everybody know. Come in tune with us. We got something for you guys.
Yep. Love y'all.
Love you, Andrew. Thank you.